Hey guys, it's Jackie, and I'm going to do the Living as an Atheist tag. Thank you, ZOMG, it's Chris, for tagging everyone, because I am sure that it would be nice to see everyone's responses, and I'd like to contribute. Without further ado, this is my Living as an Atheist tag. So the first question is this. And I was raised atheist. No, I wasn't. I was raised religious, very religious. I was looking at the word. I'm sorry. No, I went to private Christian school, kindergarten to 5th grade, and I went to Christian summer camp through the middle of high school, and I went to church for a long time of my life too. My mother was the daughter of a pastor, and my father was a Mormon converted to real Christianity by my mother, which was traumatizing, but whatever. So yes, I had a very religious upbringing. Not as religious as someone who was a Jehovah's Witness or a Mormon, maybe, but religious nonetheless. So here's the subpoint. So, first part of the subpoint. When and why did you become an atheist? It happened one day when I was 17, like it was fun. It was like building, and then peak, explode, I'm an atheist all of a sudden. And that day I just sat there and I thought, oh my God, God isn't real. I'm free. I feel wonderful. This is amazing. And it was a really great day. I instantly was less scared of the dark. Like, everything was better in my life, and it felt wonderful because I didn't believe in all the bullshit. I didn't have to think about people in remote areas of the world being damned to hell and suffering for eternity for something they didn't do. And frankly, I think the idea of hell is awful, even for someone as bad as Hitler, or, you know, awful people like that. Even if you lived a lifetime of killing people, you don't deserve an eternity of suffering beyond imagination. That's hideous to me. So, let me get back on topic. Part number 2. The transition from religion, for me, took about 5 years. It started when I was 12, I think. And I think this was subconscious, but I look back at it as something that really affected me. I found out my uncle was gay when I was 12, and I was mortified. I thought it was the most awful thing. I loved him so much, and I couldn't even look at him. I was disgusted by him. I thought he was awful and vile, and it was like he was a murderer or something because he was gay. How hideous is that? That is what religion does. It makes little kids hate their family member because they're gay. Like, how stupid is that? And I got over it, and I'm a strong supporter of the LGBT community. That's one example. Then I started not singing along with hymns in church because I didn't agree with them, and at camp I just didn't agree with it. And I was like, why should I sing these songs if I don't believe them? Then the real clincher was the Answers in Genesis series that was shown to me in my high school church group. They basically, like, the teachers of our Sunday school class told us to harass our science teachers. Like, literally harass them when they start teaching evolution and make it hard for them to do their job because evolution is so awful. Hideous to tell children to do that. Oh my God, I can't even. And then the Answers in Genesis DVD series had ridiculous lies of examples that don't even, like, make scientific sense. Like, one of the things they said, like, the gene pool was the most diverse when God created everything at the start of time, and it is narrowed down to what we have today. What? That's, like, the stupidest thing I've ever heard. And then they showed like a curly-haired dog. Like, if 2 straight-haired dogs give birth to a curly-haired dog, the straight-haired gene is lost in this curly-haired dog. So that curly-haired dog cannot have straight-haired dogs anymore because it lost the straight-haired gene. It's like the most backwards shit I've ever heard, and it really turned me off. And it really pushed me to think, because that was not the science that I knew. That was not the reason that I trusted. And it felt very wrong. And within year or two after that, I was totally atheist because that is such bullshit. The church believes bullshit and hinders science. So yeah, the transition was slow. It took 5 years, and then the last part, it was... Oh, I hear sounds outside. The transition was difficult for me at times because I had to question things, and I had to question, why do people have to go to hell if they're not bad? All this stuff, and I never really worried about me going to hell, but it just all sucked. Oh, my family out there, you can hear the outside, so I'm getting distracted. So, question number 2. Okay. So overall, I'd say that other people's belief in God is a bad thing because religion hinders science, it denies reason, and it basically slows down the advancement of mankind. Like, it's just all around bad. You know, like, oh, churches start hospitals and stuff, and churches start pregnancy centers that deny girls condoms and birth control and deny women abortions and tell people in Africa that condoms are bad and against God, and then AIDS spreads, and fight against my rights and tell gay people that they're not worth getting married. Just everything religion does that I can think of, especially hindering science and the progression of science and stem cell research, all these wonderful things, disgusts me. And it's because of religion, and it's because of people's blind faith. You can't have blind faith, and no, it's bad. Anyway, question 3. Okay, have I ever been treated differently? No. I've been pretty closeted atheist, like gay teens have to be closeted from their parents. I had to be closeted from my parents as an atheist, and I still am from my mom. My dad was a cop, so he figured it out. He's not stupid. But, yeah. I'm open with my peers, but I live in a really liberal area, so I don't have to face, like, you know, what people might have to face in the South, or a very Republican or a very religious area of the country. I'm lucky in that regard, so no, I haven't really been treated differently because I'm an atheist. Okay, question 4. I do not consider myself to be a spiritual person. In fact, my boyfriend, who's a poetic, literary person, although very logical and analytical, while I'm a very scientific person who's a little more carefree, which is kind of funny, we balance each other out. We had an argument about the spirit. He's like, humans have a spirit. Humans have a driving force. It's a thing that keeps them going, and that's the spirit. And I thought he meant like a soul, and I thought it was disgusting. What an awful idea is that there's a soul. No, I'm just an organism with like electrical pulses in this beautiful brain I've been given to think and process. I was really offended by that thought, and then I had to think about it, and I realized that's just kind of the way he thinks. He's not trying to push it on me, and it's his, I guess, allegory to how to explain humanity and the efforts of people, so it's fine. But no, I'm not a spiritual person. I even like Buddhism and yoga and stuff, but I'm not spiritual. I like my body. I am an organism. I am not a spirit. I'm an organism. Question 5. Anyway, I think religion is a stupid crutch to have. I'm sad that people have to rely on religion to feel better about dying or illness in the world. You have to look at people. People are amazing little organisms on this planet. We create societies, we build, we destroy, we love, we hate, we fight, we kill, we save lives, we gently hold babies that are born. Like, we do everything. And I look at everything as a natural occurrence of nature, like just natural, like this is happening. We are born, we die. If you're lucky enough to be alive, that's amazing. I think the time I'm here alive in this planet and conscious is beautiful, and I'm so lucky to have it, and so are you. But if I didn't have it, I wouldn't know, and when I die, I won't know. And I think the idea of an afterlife is more terrifying than the thought that when I die one day, I'm just going to be unconscious forever and my body will fall apart. Like, I don't know. For me, everything is a process, everything is a chemical reaction, everything is a physical reaction, everything is people, everything is animals, and the wind, and the, you know, in the universe. That's more beautiful and more amazing than any religion could ever be. So I don't use religion as a crutch, and I think that's silly to use it as a crutch, because the world is so much more beautiful when you look at it in terms of science. And life is so much more beautiful when you look at it as not the launch pad to a great afterlife, but as all you have, this precious thing that you have. So live life beautifully, and you don't need religion as a crutch, you know? I tag everyone who's an atheist who watches this and wants to put a video response down here. And, yeah, thanks, ZOMG, it's Chris, for this. And, adios, Chico. That's why I'm an atheist.